Are we live? Yes, I think we are. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that. I think the Streamlabs decided that it didn't want to exist for a moment, and it just kept crashing every time I loaded it. But I think we should be fine now. Hello, everyone. Hello, Merwind and Felt and Ringo and Kapash. There's a couple of others. I think the chat's gone up too far now, so I can't see. I think Still I saw. Soul. Hello, Soul. Hello, everyone that's in. Oh, yeah. Just gonna send off some links while I'm here before we get started right into it. That's one. And where's the other one? I'm not late, am I? No, we've only just started. I started a little bit later than normal. Did you did you feed your router and computer hamster? Yes, I did. So promo. All right. Anyway, hello. How's your day been? My day's been good. It's been pretty decent. A lot more calm today compared to the work yesterday. Oh, Stream Elements is now in. That's good. But yes, hello everyone. We are back with some more Arknights EPs. Every week, I constantly just wait for this day to come so I can listen to more music. I've been doing my best to not listen to stuff that I haven't already listened to. Obviously, there are some stuff I have already heard, but I've been doing my best to try and avoid it. So it's like waiting for the next week just so I can get a few more songs in. Our work, the bane of every responsible adult, yes. Oop.
New donation from Kogera.
Hey, Kagera, thank you for the donation. Again. Man, it's amazing. Every time. But thank you that so much. It's amazing. I've now completely lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh yes, we are back with some more Arknights music. Same as usual. Try to stick to about an hour and a half. Do I think 15 songs I typically do. I think I can do that this time around. Let me just double check. Get your smiles ready. Oh no. But yes, enough dilly-dallying. We know the drill. We're starting up with where we left off. So last time we had Catboy successfully fluffed the Shush, Kage. Oh, thank you, antivirus. Very cool. You could have waited till after stream to tell me that there's nothing wrong with my computer. Anyway, yes. So last where we left off, we finished watching what was it, Y1K, and now we're on to the next one, which is Keep the Torch. The stream is sponsored by Windows Defender. Yes, Undertides. Oh yeah, that we did also listen to Undertides as well. I meant more so in terms of the EPs. The last one was Y1K, and then yeah, we did do But yeah, so Keep the Torch is this one. I think I recognize a character. I don't think it's one I have though. But let's see. Oh, that's loud. Ooh. Interesting vocals. Greek. Ah, I see. Admittedly, I was originally going to say something like Macedonian or Hungarian. Actual Greeks say it's gibberish. Oh, I see. So it's probably kind of like the equivalent of Pig Latin, but Greek. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Wow, that went in hard. Also, I hope the audio levels are good. I've got to check that, but oh well. I love the vocals in this song. Volume's good. Okay, guys. This is the only song with vocals that doesn't have lyrics. Oh yeah, good point. There isn't any... Yeah, interesting. I suppose probably because it doesn't have any real meaning, maybe. Ooh. I like that it's doing all of the Rhode Island animations, kind of like all the trailers that they do. It's funny that someone mentioned Ray Raven earlier, Punishing Ray Raven rather, because this does remind me of some of the songs I've heard. I mean, obviously not fully. I think it's a little bit heavier in Punishing Ray Raven, but it has a similar... That graphics is from the event. Oh, nice. Hello, Mr. Bro. Ooh, bit of a slowdown. Oh, it's because it's the end. Oh. Nice. That was a really nice song. But yeah, it did kind of make me think a little bit of Punishing Ray Raven, but I suppose that's because of the sort of folk kind of song, but then mixed in with more electronic vibe. I suppose that's probably the reason why it made me think of that. She got released when the interlocking competition event was given to the EN server. I fear the buff AF Spartan dude in it. Ooh, okay. Now I want a comic of Palace and Lane drinking together. Wow. I hate it when a song ends. Yeah. Every time it's like, oh, what's happening next? What's gonna happen next? Oh no, it's just ending. Oh. Like every time it always gets me. Also, what does it say there? That's, let me just move down a little bit to see the... Oh, it's actually... Okay, let's just read that for a moment. Hold your faith firm, resist injustice, offer liberation to the heroes enshrined, and raise a burning blade to those whom you protect. Keep the torch throughout the longest night. I'm not gonna lie, that does sound relatively Spartan as well. Oh, that's quite an interesting one. I don't really know much about Palace. I've only really seen... Oh, wait, what? Oh, Libation. Okay. I knew I was gonna misread something at some point. I didn't expect it to be that quick. But yeah, anyway, what was that? Oh yeah, so I don't really know much about her, to be honest, but she does seem like an interesting character, I must admit. I do recognize the name though, Palace, but I don't actually know. Palace is the priestess that worship ancient heroes of Minos. Oh right, okay. That makes sense because the only reference to Palace I actually really know of is in The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. The bust of Pallas up above my chamber door is the only thing I really know about it. Hello, Aria. Nah, don't worry, you're not late. This is only the first song. Really cool axe skill. Really hot knife skill 2. Really heavier spear at 3. Oh, interesting. That's interesting character though, definitely. First time catching your stream. Ah, nice. Welcome in then. Anyway, moving on though to the next one is what I think about her is she has a sarcasm bodyguard. Oh, interesting. Ah. So the next one is towards her light, which does sound somewhat familiar, but I might be thinking of another song, but still, let's see what it is. It might be something from one of the concerts, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just thinking of a different song, but let's see what that one is. Oh, this sounds painfully British. Victoria, okay. Victorian Disney arc. Oh, I hear the slight bit of what sounds like Lord of the Rings music. Ooh.
You're not to feel unwanted, though the world might abhor. Your home is in Victoria, Victoria, once more.
Concert 2022, yeah, okay. Did think it was familiar. The composer used to work with Disney. Oh, interesting.
Victoria, once more.
Oh, this is a really nice song. I like the live 2D on character as well. Also, a nice amount of Celtic reference in the music as well. Quite a bit of possibly Irish, maybe Scottish.
Her light, a harbor for faithless. She won't let you fall when the darkness calls you. Anchor safe in her wall. Like a shield, she's victorious. Her love for you is an army, protected and
also a very patriotic song.
Unwanted, she's your hope preserved. Like a sword, she's Victoria. Even if I wander beyond the hills towards Argon,
Irish. They mean willow in Irish. Oh, okay. But but character's technically more of a Londoner. I see.
The solace of Victoria.
Best.
Hopeful in Victoria. My heart will sing Victoria.
If only national anthems are this good. Yeah. Well, to be fair, a lot of I really love this bit. I really love the more Celtic inspired part of it. But the thing I like about it is it's quite patriotic, but it's not so in your face. It's more of a love of home as opposed to, you know, love of, well, it's like love of country, but more as a home as opposed to as a idea or a government, which I quite like about it.
You're not to feel unwanted, though the world might abhor.
More like a patriotic folk song, yes.
Your home is in Victoria. Once more.
More as a home than as a reason to fight. Exactly, yes. Like, that's the thing, like, there's two kinds of patriotic songs. There's the patriotic in the sense of your country as, you know, its government, its people, its ideals and such like that, its politics. So those sorts of songs are songs like Rule Britannia and those kinds of things. But then you've also got the more, it's still patriotic in a sense because it's still like the love of country, but it's more so, you know, as a home, as a community, that sort of thing. There is a good one, but I can't quite remember its name at the moment, so I can't really give an example of one I know. But there's a few like that. A lot of country songs. When I say country, I mean like folk country, not country as in American country. Like a lot of old folk songs are a lot like that. It's very much a sort of a love of home kind of thing, and I really like it. I really like it. It gives a more of a soft vibe to it as well. It's like asking the difference between a politician and a soldier. Yeah, kind of. Also, admittedly, and this is probably just more so because of similar choices of references in music, but it does also give me a bit of a Hobbiton vibe. Which actually, going to the soldier thing, isn't too dissimilar because Lord of the Rings was written by a World War One soldier and was very much inspired by that whole thing of leaving home to do something, you know, pretty intense and then coming back. So in a way, it sort of, I guess it kind of gives me that vibe as well. Folk song is oh yes, Auld Lang Syne is a good example of that. No bias. I mean, hey, not many people have a folk song that's sung literally all around the world, even in places that don't have any link to any part of that area. So, pretty good reason to be somewhat biased, in my opinion. Let's see the next one, though. Bridge to the Dawn. That sounds interesting. Something a run. I don't want to try pronouncing that because I might do it wrong. Ooh. Ooh, I like that guitar. Oh, it's gonna get harder. It kind of gives me a math rock vibe. Or alt rock, at least. Ooh. Oh, I recognize these. These are the, these are the Polish Knights, aren't they? Highness Knight theme. Ah. Oh, I like that. Oh, that guitar's going in, though. I know I've mentioned this before with, oh, what's her name? Radiant Knight. Oh god, why can't I remember her name? That's gonna annoy me now. No, there we go. Thank you. But yeah, it's what similar to what I was saying with Nell. I like how they have the sort of traditional knight armor, but then ported into a modern, even somewhat futuristic setting. Also like that it's very clearly Polish inspired as well. Like it's not just through the characters and their names, but you look at the armor and it is actually some of the more Slavic designs and Central European, somewhat Slavic, somewhat I've forgotten the name of what old France used to be called. But you get the idea, like very Central European. Gold, yes. Plus the air armor. Oh god, the guitar going in though. But yeah, you see the more stately sort of armor, and also the shield thing. Like it's not like an actual shield, but it's sort of like a chest piece that they put on. It's more ceremonial, but still relatively good. Although the one at the back, their shield looks more like a oh, what's it called? Jousting shield. Which I suppose makes sense as well, because these knights are sort of in gladiatorial. And while medieval times didn't really have gladiatorial combat, they had like things like jousting and duels. God, the rock though is really, I mean, it's really hyping it in. It's quite an energetic, it's quite a action-packed song, which makes sense again because these are, well, these are fighters, but they're also fighters for entertainment, are they not? Or are they not part of the gladiatorial combat? Because if they are, then this music definitely fits that as well. As far as what I've read from chat, those are made of acrylic material as they can't afford actual armor to guard themselves. Oh, that's unfortunate if that's the case. Wow, that was quite They mainly cover the heart for additional protection without having a full plate. Right, yeah. That makes sense. I mean, you still see that in some of the early medieval times as well. Before full plate armor became a thing for knights, you typically saw like a chest plate, and then the rest of it would be a special kind of fabric armor, which was actually quite good. It would stop like slashing, not so much piercing, but I can't quite remember what it's called. I know that one guy on YouTube absolutely loves that kind of armor, but I've forgotten what it's called. It's sort of like it's like a fabric, like very thick fabric. Gambeson, thank you. Thank you, Antigua. No, not leather. In fact, leather was not used as armor that often. That's more of a fantasy thing. Gambeson was the main thing, but then you had armor plating over it, and then a helmet. And so basically things cover vital parts, and then the rest was more of a lesser armor, so to speak. They are competitive knight, but forced to. Yeah, it definitely it definitely did give that sort of game vibe as well. Like it was quite it's quite action-packed, it was quite rockish, but it was also did give that kind of like a game, sporty sort of vibe to it. I'd say more so like in terms of like American sports now, like the way they hype stuff up sometimes. Leather armor is more for style in a realistic setting. Yeah, basically blood sport. It's sort of like, yeah, I suppose it's basically if gladiatorial combat never ended, or you could argue a more extreme version of the sports that they had in medieval times, so jousting and such, but again, more extreme. Because I'm assuming, like, being literal blood sport means that it would be, like, to the death fight, so more gladiatorial mixed in with that medieval theme. which is pretty cool in my opinion. Oh, speaking of Radiant Night, that is the next song, which we did listen to on stream before, but I'm going to listen to it again anyway because I didn't really give much. Oh, read description. Thank you. I read your thing last time and then completely forgot. Okay, there we go. Back to Bridge to Dawn. By fate rings my long sword in dark, unlit, true, but left not unheard. To me, dear mates, at blade song hark, unrest, thrill in trill, as us heard. Rejoice is my shield of steel, clattering. Revived is my heart of fire, battering. Though through joint path, a bridge to the dawn, we stride forth till night shall end gone. That's honestly that's quite nice. That's honestly quite a nice poem, but it also feels like a soldier's song as well. Like, for example, I don't know how many of you might know this because it's Welsh, but you might know the song what is it, Men of Harlech? It kind of has that same sort of vibe as that, in my opinion. Like, this poem seems more like something that would be sung between soldiers, or march at least. Not like marching song, but just as in, I've forgotten the name. There is a type of singing among soldiers that's kind of like shanties, but obviously not shanties because shanties are sailors. But it has that, yeah, triumph against hardship kind of theme. Yes, and like I was saying, it makes me think quite a bit of Men of Harlech, I believe is the name. You know, the Men of Harlech, do you hear like rushing bellows? Where that sort of marching song, yeah, sort of. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit difficult because when I think of marching songs, I don't really think of those ones where they sing it. I think more of like well, yeah, no, they're sort of fancy sort of songs that they play. So that's why I tend not to say marching song, but I suppose it would be. Anyway, going on to Radiant is oh, I know what you mean. A song that rises morale. Yes, that kind of song. That's why I didn't want to say marching song, because marching songs are more so what you play during ceremonies. Oh, this song. God, I remember when you guys made me listen to this. Ready horses. You know what? I'm going to expose myself here, but my eyes immediately went to the exposed side. To me, hold your horse in your God. Nope. Right. I see a local cat boy as a tummy enthusiast. Shush. Okay. I gotta say though, the band, or at least the vocalist, sounds really familiar. Have they done other game music, like either like League of Legends or something of that variety? Because it sounds really familiar. The voice, I mean. I gotta admit though, I do love her outfit. It's not... Sang a few Arknights songs. Oh, okay, that might be why then. I might just have heard another one of hers. This is a different outfit to what she wears in her first appearance, isn't it? Or is it just because I'm seeing it at another angle? Hypergriff does an incredible job at getting less known artists to do. Yeah. Okay, we've had a bit of action, now it's a bit of a breather. Oh, but now it's building up again. This is what her altar looks like. Ah, oh, nice. First appearance is full play. Yes, that's okay. That's what I think. The exposed side always bothers me for some reason, but I always assume this is about Tyra as a woman. Yeah, I suppose it's not particularly nice if you had a sword coming in from the side, but oh, I like how the scene transition came from a headphone. Yeah, it comes out from a headphone. That's really cool. In the manga, you can see abs from... Okay. I may have to read the manga in a little bit. Anyway. Her base class is Defender and her altar is Guard. Okay. That does a lot of true damage. Right, I see. That makes sense. So the clunkier, heavily armed one, of course, is a Defender. And that also makes sense from the scene where she literally tanks, I think, what was it, 2 or 3 of Faust's shots? So I'd say pretty tanky, pretty defendery. But, and yeah, I suppose I haven't really seen Radiant Knight. But as in, I haven't seen her in game or any of that. Or yeah, I haven't seen her in game yet. Don't think I've seen much of a splash art either, besides just this. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. But also, so a lot of light themes at the moment. Towards her light, Bridge of Dawn, Radiant, and now the next one is Field in the Light rather. I'm assuming all these songs have come out during a specific arc then. Oh. You play the game? Yes, I do. I'm currently at... I've gone chapter 5? Chapter 6? Chapter 5. I'm halfway through chapter 5 at the moment. Which I also stream. I stream the story. Ooh. This is definitely sporty. Ooh. Okay, so this is the second song for the band, right. So I'm assuming all these songs came out during a specific arc, because they seem to be all the same theme. Which you don't normally see for the EPs. Normally it's quite spread out and more variety, but this one, all the songs so far have been part of the same... I suppose part of the story. The song always goes hard, doesn't it? Oh. You can... This is the sort of music where you can picture a montage of these individual characters kicking ass in like several rounds of the game. Oh, and then a bit of sounds like brass. Oh, I love that kind of guitar. I love how even Arknights gets a tournament arc. There is a slight sense of heroicness in the song as well. When the orchestra starts to push in, it's like, you know, the rise of a hero. Kind of like the one at the back, you know, up on a pedestal. Oh, I like that. What is that? What is that instrument that's doing that? I couldn't tell if that was a guitar or synthesizer, but it was like the. Right, that guy is going in ham with the guitar. Gives me more underdog feel. That's true. I mean, that sort of fits in with the rising up kind of thing as well when the orchestra comes in. But yeah, this is quite montagey as well. Like again, you can picture. Wow, that was amazing. But like you can picture. Let's say, for example, you had a tournament arc in an anime, for example, and they'll have like a varying montage of different cutscenes where you've got different characters fighting different characters, but it's not like any full length of fight. It's constantly cutting between each one as the rounds are progressing, until eventually you reach like the semi-final or final or whatever the story wants to do. Like that's the kind of music that this vibe gives me. It's that sort of, right, okay, we're going to show you a montage of all of the you know, all of the smaller kind of tournament fights until we get to the more important one. So just enjoy the fighting. Just enjoy the compilation of fighting. Like that's the kind of music that this sort of feels like to me, the kind of music that they play in the background for those sorts of themes. I love reading the lore in Arknights. Like once you get into it, you don't even notice how lengthy it is. Honestly, yes. Some of the times I've been like playing the story mode, and I will finish the stream, and I'll be like, "Oh, this stream went on for 4 or 5 hours. That did not feel that long." But yeah, that was a really nice hype, definitely a hype song. Quite a, you know, fighting kind of song. It's a really good one. But the next one does look to be somewhat different, admittedly. This one is called Silver Lining, which is interesting because a silver lining is sort of like look on the bright side of things. You know, something bad's happened, but it has caused this to happen, which is good. It's like, you know, there's always a silver lining to every cloud. So I wonder how that's going to play into this. I like the strings. He looks cool.
What a choice. It's a call, pay the price. Stay the course,
Oh.
sacrifice. Trade pain for safety.
Oh, that voice.
For Kieran, there's a plan. For the future it's told. It's a path, walk it bold. Through history, sorrow.
Oh.
Guiding light sometimes burns. Guiding light.
Oh my god, this person's voice is so pretty.
Steady moving on. All stars aligned. The foundation safe and strong. Throw every stone. Shatter every wall. Earthquake and storm.
And I'm gonna be frank, Silver Ash looks hot as hell. Ooh. Is that cello?
Known is lost. Intentions are revealed. With time, revenge at cost. Broken wings are healed.
Wow.
Saints,
This makes me think of like the older Disney songs where they were more operatic.
through the strife. Don't drift, don't
Oh, that voice.
bring the strength. Bring the hope to survive. Understand that in time, hearts heal, not falter. Guiding light will unchanged. Guiding light, holding the line, steady moving on.
I'm sorry guys, I'm finding it difficult to say anything in terms of reaction.
Foundation safe and
This is amazing.
throw every stone, shatter every wall.
I just mesmerized by his voice.
Quake and storm, you will never see them fall. Burdens cloaked in armor, a heart's protection, true love savior.
No, come back, stay. I want more. Wow, I'm actually I'm actually slightly tearing up a little bit. That singing, that voice was amazing. As the way he held onto those notes when he slightly like elongates the words. I forgot what that's called. Is that called belting? I can't quite remember what it's called in vocal terms, but oh god, that was such an amazing voice. Description. Yes, it does look like there's some sort of poem at least. Let's see. Glory it be, named by ash of silver. Blurry indeed, as in haze may shiver. From peaks the prayers resonate, in grips Our last hope shall not fade. Silver lining. Pray answer this. Where are wind guides, a woe or bliss? Interesting. I definitely need to look into these poems more often and actually take some time to analyze them. But there definitely is quite a bit of there definitely there's quite a bit of meaning into them, but it's like I haven't done literature in like 6-7 years. Like I can't do it off the top of my head, but it's like there's some really powerful poems in some of these descriptions as well. But the next one seems to be getting people somewhat excited, it seems. Heal the World. Not sure if I recognize this one. At least I don't recognize the title, so it might be one I haven't heard, much like this one. Let's see. Hmm.
It's just a tear that saves me from the darkness.
Okay, more Disney-esque music.
Pain is truth, and through your eyes we'll find an endless future. I'll continue forward, calling to you.
Oh, nice sword. With a clock on it as well.
This is the edge, but I continue flying, leaving life
Okay, another pretty man.
break away the pain. I wanna feel my
Oh, it's not a sword. It looks like a blade that was pointing down, but no, it's... What is it, a cane? Or a staff, I suppose. Oh, this is Gnosis. Okay. I like that chorus in the background there.
The silence fills with screams. I see the twilight set on the world. It's starting to burn.
Oh,
Save me, save me.
wow, another one with a really good voice.
This is the edge. We keep on falling further. Fate entwined between us. Break away the truth. I wanna see the system falling down.
Oh, I see. And his actual name is Gnosis Edelweiss. Ooh. That's interesting. Edelweiss is the white flower in Austria, isn't it? In the Austrian mountains. Disney fell off, yeah. God, this is so... I actually feel bad to comparing this to Disney music when it first started. Like, this is something else. This is amazing. Oh.
Can you please save me from the end? The end. The end's calling fire, raging deep within.
Oh, wow. Those notes, she went up quite high there. Gnosis is a sworn brother with Silver Ash. Oh, no. Ooh. Oh, normally when these sorts of... I don't want to say horn, but I suppose it is kind of like a horn. That normally denotes something more serious, like darker. composer is called Kevin Penkin. Oh!
Just a tear
Oh!
saves me from the darkness when
He does the OST for Tower of God.
feel the pain, and through your cries we find an endless darkness. I'll continue forward, calling to you.
Oh, and he's gone.
It's just a tear that saves me from the darkness. Please.
Nice. Oh yes, I believe he does that too. Yes, he. Yeah. Kevin Penkin does most, if not all, of the OST for Tower of Gods, and he is absolutely amazing in that show. Wow, this was honestly that was a really good song. I really like her voice. I'd say I loved the Silver Ash song a little bit more, but wow, that's a really nice song as well. It does look like there's another poem here as well. Surveying the peaks, the crowd floods over the snowfields. Walking the foothills, the pain feels vivid as if real. I stay unmoved and silently shout, heal the world that comes into my view. Interesting. And yes, Kevin Penkin. Nice. That was honestly a really nice song as well. So I'm gonna go on a limb here. Is he a caster or is he a medic? Because he kind of gives me a medic vibe, or at least in terms of his character. And I suppose if that's the case, then I suppose heal is probably a bit on the nose. I probably shouldn't be questioning it if that's the title. But oh, the supporter. Okay. All right, interesting. So neither of the options I asked. A supporter who freezes enemies. Okay, that's completely the opposite of what I thought then. Because he kind of gives me a bit of a doctor kind of vibe. I suppose maybe it's also the code, so that could just be it. But and also how it's sort of like healing and things. I guess it kind of gave me that vibe, but probably I must have. It's not the first time Arknights has made me assume that someone was something and then immediately does the opposite. But that was honestly a scientist. Oh, okay. So more of a lab coat as opposed to a medical coat. Fair enough. But the next one is Revel in the Real. Interesting. Gabriel, I'm a medic, but. Ooh. Straight into drums. Okay. More Asian theme. I'm going to assume more Chinese, so probably Yan. Oh, this is Ling, isn't it? Yep, that's Ling. I like that. I like how the alcohol is what gave it away for me. I like how the music here is predominantly authentic instruments, and the orchestra is only supporting it in the background. But I think that's really cool. Because, like, if anything, it's more emphasizing the... They're called Lung, Chinese dragons. Oh, right. Oh, that's interesting. So when they say a character is a lung, that means their race. I assumed it meant I always assumed it meant I just assumed it meant they were from Lungmen. I thought that was the demonym for people of Lungmen. Chen is a lung. Yeah, that's what I read before, and again, I just assumed it meant she was from Lungmen. That's what I assumed it meant when they said that. But no, they're referring to race, I see. But Ling is not, no. Oh, there's definitely a sense of action in this. Oh, this is... And again, I just love how the orchestral side of it is more in the background, and it's mainly focusing on the more authentic instruments. Wow, that was really nice as well. Time for a title explanation. The title could also mean drunk in a mortal reverie, which means she who is of a noble lineage is drunken and mingle in the mortal realm. Ah. As opposed to the Jian concept of Chinese gods. Right. As someone who has learned Chinese instruments, I'm pretty happy they got the spotlight. Yeah, I do like that. I mean, sometimes with this kind of music, you'll have the orchestra up front, and then they sort of break into the more authentic regional instruments as a way of propping up the song and enhancing the area. But in this case, it's the other way around. It was more the actual like authenticity of it, and it was the orchestra, the more modern orchestra, propping it up instead, which I thought was quite an interesting way of doing it, in my opinion. Let me just read the thing. Fleeting white takes mountain heights. A lantern drunk mind revels in the real. Deeds charts a million retold weathering storms. No, weathering storms. And so a New Year's wine is once more poured. That's right. Invitation to Wine was a Chinese New Year, wasn't it? The concept is basically Xians should not mingle with mortals as they may halt your cultivation to reach godhood. Right. That's interesting. I definitely do love the more like regional inspired songs as well. I do really like the I suppose that's a way, because I mean, obviously these are fictional countries and all that, and they have their own cultures, they have their own histories and all that. But I do like the references to real world cultures. I do love how games like Arknights and Genshin, they always do really good, like they always do a really good job of enhancing the culture or cultures that an area is based on. But still, the next one is And Yet It Wanes, which I believe is, what's his name, Lee? And it's also where the thumbnail image comes from. Let's see. I've seen this character in the trailers and I've always thought he looked really cool. Okay. Not really what I was expecting. I mean, it definitely gave me quite a carefree vibe in the trailer, but wow, this is really emphasizing that. It was also quite jazzy as well. But it kind of gives me a casino jazz vibe, kind of like Yelan's demo music. But yeah, it gives me the old casino jazz. A very 1900s neon Hong Kong feel. Yeah, that is true. Oh, it's such a jam though. Like I'm literally just bobbing around, like dancing a bit. He does look really cool though. He does look really. I promise I'm not simping. He just looks really cool. Love the woodwind, yeah. Oh, bit of a magician. And I like the use of whistling. Magic man. Magic carp, god. Lee has a modern magician skin in CF. Ooh, nice. Oh, I like the bass there. I love the jazzy bass. Wow, that was a really nice. That was a really nice, fun song as well. And yeah, it definitely gives me that jazzy, but sort of like more casino game kind of jazz. I suppose that does sort of make sense with the Hong Kong vibe. I mean, I don't know much about that aspect of things, so I don't want to talk too much about it because I might be getting it wrong. But there is that sort of like what is it, like the Chinese casinos or like the Hong Kong casinos, one of those sorts of things. And I suppose in a way, I suppose it makes sense. I mean, it's kind of like casino, but I guess it also, in Asia, so have more of that aesthetic and sounding song as well. But it does give that sort of vibe. And a similar sort of thing happens with I mentioned it before, Yelan's or Yelan, I can't quite remember how her name is pronounced, but in in her character demo trailer has that same sort of thing. It's sort of like that jazzy, that kind of noir, that casino vibe song. I always really like it. It always makes me bob around and dance a bit. But yeah, I definitely like the more sort of jazzy stuff as well. But for the next one is Sparkful Dream, which is kind of curious. Sparkful Dream. It looks very pink on the thumbnail, though I can't quite see the thumbnail very well because it's small. Yeah, I'm following in release order, bro. Oh, very pink. This is like... Alright, so yes, very... Okay. That's very old-fashioned... Well, not old-fashioned. More of like, 50s to 70s hair salon. Ooh. Ooh, I like the voice. Take a guess if she's a cat or a dog. I mean, her tail would suggest cat, but her ears are more of like a dog flop. So I'm going to assume dog. Scottish fold. Oh, I didn't realise there were cats that had folded over ears like that. Ooh. I like how she literally has one of those little plasma balls as her staff. There we go, on jellyfish food, for calling her a dog. Oh no, I just remembered the... Oh, you guys mentioned that before in the past. No, I've fallen for it. Damn it. Wait, hold on. Chat, this is Christina V? Really? Wow. Wow. I'm not sure if I've heard her sing this kind of music before. From rock songs to this, yeah, exactly. Oh, everything's floating now. Her art is static electricity. That would explain things getting attracted to it. She does a really good job with this kind of music as well. The staff help her absorb all the build-up static. Oh, right, interesting. Wow, that was a nice little... That's a nice little one. I liked that, the vibe in the background as well. That little sort of old-fashioned hair salon. Like, well, I keep saying old-fashioned, but I suppose it's more of like a um 50s to 70s kind of style, like the older kinds of things. I didn't wonder about that. That was quite cool. But like you sort of see it with all of the products, and it is very pink as well. I keep saying that it is very pink. Also, I'm starting to see smiley faces. I feel like I've accidentally stepped on a landmine. But still, oh, there is a thing. If there's no sun within the darkened clouds, then scoop the light up from the river clear. Spark for dreams, stow hope within my heart. Hold on to all I yearn for, even if I'm on my own. Okay. That seems a little bit more melancholy than the song, not gonna lie. That definitely does seem a little bit more melancholy. Which might explain the smiley faces that I got earlier. The next one is a song. I can't even begin to pronounce Cyrillic, so it's a song. Ooh. Right. Speaking of melancholy. Oh, it's this guy. Forgiveness. Okay, that's what it's called. Interesting. A nice, fancy looking cabin in the winter woods. Kind of gives me a bit of a Serbia theme. Not Serbia, Siberia. I always confuse those two words. Fun fact, in gameplay he can't be healed by medics, but he heals himself per attack and gets faster below his HP. Oh, interesting. It could also be goodbye. Right, okay. So forgiveness or goodbye. Interesting. So goodbye, farewell, parting. It's funny that's also forgiveness. Interesting way of... I do feel like a lot of Russian opera is quite not grim necessarily, but melancholy. Well, melancholy. It's quite melancholy, isn't it? Russian opera. Confused it with similar words. Oh, right. Russian is from Earth for one. Well, yeah. I meant more so the music that it's themed on. This one's really nice, but singer each sound sometimes, but a good try for a non-native. Oh, interesting. I suppose I can't really tell because I don't know Russian myself. So I hear the song and I'm just like, yep, that's Russian. I think Pelagos' song is a reflection of his life. Interesting. Oh, and it's over. Ah. The endings of these songs always creep up on you. You're just like, you're just listening to it, taking it in, and then the Arknights thing pops up, and it's like about to end. Like, no, stop! Why are you doing this? Russia has two moods: hard bass or this. Yeah, that is true. Well, so I was saying, like, I feel like every single form of Russian opera that I've listened to is always a more sort of, it's quite slow, it's quite melancholy. I don't necessarily know if the lyrics are depressing or deep or anything like that, but but the music itself often is. Like, it's always very serious. But the next one, though, is A Long Vacation. I'm quite curious to see. Oh. Bit of glitz and glamour there. Oh, definitely. Wait, is that real? That looks like real life. Well, that's not. That's definitely drawn. I could do with some of those drinks right now.
Boardwalk breezy, half a day's summer.
Ooh.
Ice cream, pizza, lemonade, summer. Oh, la-di-ya-di-ya-da, la-di-ya-di-ya, la-di-ya-di-ya-da, la-di-ya-di-ya. Drifting, scattered thoughts in clouds.
This is kind of like, oh, I like the purple drink. A lot of cocktails everywhere.
You feel out loud that summer. Oh, June gloom followed winter blues. Now oceanside.
Yeah, you're totally not Eureka.
We don't have a thing to do. Did your clothes jump in?
This is kind of like the live music you'd hear in quite like a fancy bar or area. Oh, don't you have a lot of viewers? Hmm? Indeed I do. Hello, everyone.
Turning misty, salt brushes my lips. Stop talking and kiss me. It's a summer hit. Skyline hot and hazy.
I'm not sure I knew this one exists, but I'm pretty sure I knew the art code.
Coastline in the summer. It feels like you. Feels like you.
But yeah, this does feel like kind of live music you get in a more fancier area. You can sort of see it for like a beach bar. Especially if it was like a beach bar from a 5-star hotel or something. Quite old-fashioned. This is sort of like the swing era. Maybe not swing itself, but like that era of live music. Also quite blues with the bass guitar in the background. I love how the moment I read the Scat style singing, the first thing I heard was shabba-dabba-dabba-dab. It is a nice vibe. I don't mean it in a weird way. Sure, Fran, I know what you mean. I know who the Catman is. Oh, this is nice. This is also putting me in a summer vibe because I love going to these sorts of places around summer and that. We've got quite a few of these sorts of places that open up during that time, and it's always really lovely. Imagine tequila. Imagine giving tequila. Wow.
Waves crash, turning misty. Salt brushes my lips. Stop talking and kiss me. It's a
Why do I hear a little bit of Born to Make History just then?
skyline hot and hazy. Coastline in the summer. It feels like you.
I don't know if anyone's watched anime, but like you kind of hear it a little bit there in the way it progresses.
Feels like you.
Wow, that was a really nice song though. But that is really nice. I like that sort of music, and again, like I keep saying it, but it is like that sort of bar music, but like that sort of more old-fashioned one. You kind of only really see it in live music for like more pricey places these days. As someone who predominantly listens to metal, Arknights has introduced me to a wider field of view when it comes to music. Honestly, kind of same. I mean, my music taste has always been quite eclectic to begin with, but I feel like I've managed to discover even more genres and mixes and such from this game. It's honestly amazing. Let's see, prepare the fire extinguishers. Oh god, what's this going to be? What's the next one? Entering flame? Eternal flame. Oh. My music taste is Arknights, apparently. Ooh. Interesting gothic vibes. I mean, in terms of architecture. I'm assuming either Poland or Germany is my assumption. Oh, a city of Latinero. Oh, I was completely off. It's the Vatican area, right? Right, okay, so more Gothic in the sense of Catholic as opposed to Gothic in the sense of Germanic. Okay. Oh, I suppose that also explains the gun. Oh. Oh, wow. I like how the drone is just watching her. Okay, so this is interesting because I don't actually know this character at all, I don't think. If this is the church music in Latin, or Laterano rather, I'd be happy to train religious. Wow. I want to be that drone. Stop simping. To the bird, an angry one. Oh! I like how the logo has been placed in such a way that it gives her a halo and wings. I wonder if that's a reference to something, because she's obviously not an angel. Well, as people have been mentioning, she's a bird, but Phoenix. Right, okay. But there is that sort of thing, like this is the way they transposed the logo of the Vatican place, and it just gave her like the halo and that. You read the story, it fits. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, come on. All these songs are too damn quick. Honestly, oh, that was a really nice song as well. Really, really ambient as well. But that's such a, she's also got a really nice design as well. Are those feathers actually part of her, or is that part of her outfit? I can't quite tell where they come out from. But that is interesting. She's also got the logo tag. Is that Rhode Island, or is that from something else? I can't quite see what the tag is. Anyway, the next one, though, is March On. And I think someone did mention marching band, so... Outfit, okay, interesting. Oh, so this is Horns. Well, Horn's song, rather. Let's see, then. March On, so for Horn. So it's going to be Victoria again. Yep, this feels very Victoria. Oh. A shoe. Nice shoe, actually. More shoe. Oh. Okay, I'm assuming she's a defender. That looks like a shield. Her arm looks a bit screwed up, not gonna lie. That is very hanging limp there. And a bit longer than it should be, so that looks broken, maybe disjointed. Oof. Fortress Defender, nice. Oh god, this thing is going in hard as well. The defender in the same way counts as a medic. Okay. Definitely dislocated or something. Yeah, I think it's... I think the way it is, I think it's her shoulder that's dislocated, and that's what's making her arm look longer. At least I certainly hope so, because if it's dislocated the elbow, then that fucking sucks. Oh god, the voice. Singing. Oh. God damn. I know Victoria's supposed to be based on Britain, but I wish we had half of this sort of music for our marches and such. God, guitar. Oh, the vocals just so good at that. Imagine in the middle of a march, someone just pulls out a guitar. Honestly, what it would. Me hit God Save the Queen, I sleep. Yeah, honestly. Just replace the national anthem for this. Actually, just change everything. Change the name of the country, change the anthem. We are just Victoria now. I'm going to become Prime Minister and I'm just going to make everything Victoria. It's going to be Victoria. Even though I know that's technically a bad thing with the way the law is, but you know. Honestly, that was really good. That was a really, honestly, full-on patriotic, and but also just that sense of like, yeah, it's march on, press forward, and it gives this character as well the vibe of someone who wouldn't give up. I mean, also the imagery helps as well. You know, she's battered, she's bruised, she's clearly got a messed up arm, and yet is still sort of there with a shield, and it looks almost as if she's taken more of a more of a breather really than finishing. But it is kind of like there's definitely that sort of hold ground, just stay there, keep as it goes. I'm trying to talk, but I keep seeing people saying King of Victoria. Yes, I shall become king. As a paramedic, seeing her injured but barely bleeding is weird. Well, I suppose, I mean, wouldn't it depend on the kind of wounds? Because I mean, for example, if it's just solid hits, nothing sharp or penetrative, there wouldn't be that much blood, would there? I suppose it depends on what it was. I mean, it looks like a dislocated shoulder. That might even be a twisted elbow, given how you see the lines there. But it's quite nasty as it looks, but oof. But it is definitely, but it is still quite patriotic song, quite it's sort of like the be proud of your heroes kind of patriotic song, in a way. The next one, I believe, is Still Weird, Experience Taught Me Differently. Okay, fair. I mean, again, I don't have any of that sort of experience. I'm just thinking of the sort of injuries I've seen where it's like get hit with something blunt and you tend not to bleed, but you tend to like bruise like hell and stuff like that. But I suppose in this kind of scenario, she probably would be a lot more bloody. I mean, there are explosions going around, so there probably would be shrapnel and stuff. But anyway, the next one though is A Grand Adventure. I can't quite see who's on the thumbnail of how small it is, but it looks like Myrtle, or at least it looks like her banner that she holds up. Oh, no. What in the circus is this? Yeah, okay, I was gonna say that is definitely Myrtle. I'm guessing the other one is Durin. Oh god, that is definitely Durin. I like the mission 1 of 2. This is literally like an old school Zelda game or something. Oh yeah, you even see like a little item scroll bar. Oh, this is such a goofy sound. Ooh. When I listen to it, it reminds me of the Three Stooges. Honestly, yes. Like Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy. Or hell, the marching band music that turns into circus music. The like, it has that sort of music. Like, it is a march music, but it's the kind that gets unfortunately turned into a circus song. Is that meowing? I could have sworn I just heard him go meow. Oh, now you mention that, terrible. That does give me. It does give me dwarf music as well, like the hi ho, it's off to work we go. Myrtle does have a marching band skin. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're right, Ringo. This is 15. I love one thing I love about like saxophone and trumpets is they can make some really ridiculous songs, like some really goofy ass songs sometimes. Oh, it's not cat noises. They're just going, hey, yeah, okay. Wow, I love how this is the second time, not in a row, unfortunately, but this is the second time we've ended on a goofy song. I love these completely goofy ass songs that some of these Arknights ones have. It's honestly amazing. Yeah, second time. Have you watched Holy Night Light? The video, yes. I think I've watched all of those videos now, if I remember correctly. I reacted to those when I first picked up Arknights. But still, anyway, let's see what it is. It's Thursday today, so. But thank you everyone so much for coming along. I will be back again not tomorrow, obviously, Saturday, where I'll be playing more of the Arknights story. I believe we'll be on the second half of, is it chapter 5, I think? Because we played the first half and it went on for quite a while because it is starting to get longer now, so I'm starting to have to cut up things. But yeah, so we'll be back to finish off that chapter the next time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I hate that I had to sort of leave at a cliffhanger last time. I really want to get back to playing more of that game. But still, anyway, in the meantime though, if you want to keep up with any news of what I'm doing and when I'm streaming and such like that, there is my Discord in the chat and my Twitter. And so from there you can see whenever I do stuff. I always try to post a schedule every week, and I always keep up to date whenever I'm doing stuff. But yeah, so next stream will be on the Saturday, and it will be more Arknights gameplay. And I'm so looking forward to continuing on with the story. I'm really liking the story. Stream ending, yeah, I'm afraid so. But thank you everyone so much for coming along, and until the next time, I shall see you all later. Bye-bye.